Choosing to surround yourself with those who uplift, support, and inspire you on your journey of self-realization is not merely a preference, it is a sacred responsibility. Think of it this way. You are not just a person walking through life aimlessly. You are the custodian of a sacred temple, the temple of your own consciousness, the dwelling place of God within you. Would you allow just anyone to enter this temple? Of course not. You would not permit someone to step in with muddy feet, careless hands, or a heart full of judgment and fear. You would not let someone trample across the inner sanctuary of your soul unless they came with reverence, with awareness, with love. You would carefully consider who is worthy of crossing that threshold, who is aligned with your vision, who honors the sanctity of your space. And this, my friend, applies to every relationship in your life. Romantic partners, friends, business associates, colleagues, even family members. While we may not have had the power to choose our blood relations, we do hold the power, right now, in this very moment, to determine the nature and extent of our interactions with them. This is not an act of ego. It is an act of divine clarity. Just as you wouldn't leave the front door of your home wide open for any stranger to walk in and do as they please, you must not leave your energetic door wide open for anyone to occupy your time, invade your peace, or drain your spirit. You must become conscious of who you give access to. Not because you are better than others, but because you are becoming better at honoring yourself. There is a profound difference. When you start awakening to who you truly are, when you begin to realize that your inner state shapes your outer world, you will naturally become more selective with your time, your energy, your presence. And this is not selfishness, this is sacred preservation. I know some of you may be thinking, but Neville, isn't this unloving? Aren't we supposed to love everyone unconditionally? And to this I say, yes, love is the highest frequency. Love is the truth of your being. But let us not confuse unconditional love with unconditional access. Let me repeat that, unconditional love does not mean unconditional access. You can love someone from afar. You can send them light and compassion, but that does not mean they must have a seat at your inner table. That table is reserved for those who contribute to your growth, those who water your soul, those who recognize your divinity and do not attempt to dim your light out of their own unhealed shadows. You must understand the power of your environment, both external and internal. Just as a plant cannot thrive in toxic soil, you cannot flourish in relationships that suffocate your spirit. Look around you, who celebrates your growth? Who listens when you speak from your heart? Who believes in your dreams, even when they are still invisible to the eye? These are the people who deserve a place in your sacred circle. And if you find yourself surrounded by critics, by skeptics, by people who speak words soaked in doubt and fear, you have the right, no, the responsibility, to protect your energy. This is the path of conscious creation. This is the path of self-realization. You are not here to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You are not here to carry the burdens of those who refuse to lift their own. You are not here to be the emotional landfill for everyone's unprocessed pain. You are here to awaken. You are here to realize your own power. You are here to walk as the embodiment of divine imagination. And to do that, you must begin treating yourself with the same respect and reverence you offer to others. You must create boundaries not as a wall, but as a filter, a sacred gate that allows love in and keeps toxicity out. Let me ask you a simple question: if you had a treasure of unimaginable value, you would guard it, not out of fear, but out of honor. Your energy, your attention, your time, these are your treasures. Do not waste them on those who do not see their value. It's not about cutting people off in anger. It's about elevating yourself with love. It's about shifting your frequency so fully that those who are not aligned with your new vibration simply fade away. And yes, at times this may feel lonely. Transformation often begins in solitude. But do not fear that space. Do not rush to fill the silence with just anyone. The universe abhors a vacuum, and when you make space in your life by releasing those who are not meant to walk your path, something beautiful happens. The right people begin to appear. People who resonate with your truth. People who reflect your light. People who have done their own inner work and are not threatened by your greatness. And when they come, you will recognize them not by the way they look or speak, but by the way your soul feels in their presence, at peace, uplifted, inspired. That is the sign. That is your guide. So yes, love everyone, but choose wisely who you allow to influence your reality. Your imagination is the birthplace of all creation, and you must protect it like a sacred fire, feed it with stories of possibility. Surround it with voices of encouragement. Shield it from the cold winds of doubt and fear. And when the world tries to tell you that you're too much, too sensitive, too ambitious, too idealistic, smile and remember, they are not the ones who get to write your story. You are. You are the author, the director, the dreamer behind the dream. And your cast must reflect the vision you hold. Do not apologize for requiring respect. Do not dim your light to keep others from squinting. Let them adjust or step aside. This is your time. This is your temple. And only those who walk with reverence are welcome. Now, I want you to truly pause and think about something. Imagine walking into a gallery where your entire future is on display, a living canvas shaped by your thoughts, your emotions, and the company you keep. Every conversation, every shared moment, every exchange of energy becomes a stroke on that canvas. Do you really want someone with paint-stained hands, who doesn't care about the outcome, smearing their chaos across your masterpiece? This is the spiritual truth so many ignore: your associations are a mirror of your self-concept. If you believe you are worthy, valuable, and destined for greatness, you will no longer tolerate being surrounded by people who speak in limitations, who live from fear, who resent your light because it reminds them of the work they haven't done. And that's the shift. Once you realize who you truly are, you can never again settle for a life that contradicts that truth. You begin to choose with intention. You begin to love yourself so deeply that you cannot bear to hear your own dreams being diminished. You develop a new kind of loyalty, a loyalty to your vision, to your peace, to your potential. And this doesn't mean that others are wrong or bad. It simply means they're walking a different path, and your time together may have served its purpose. Sometimes people enter your life to awaken you, to test you, to reflect something you needed to see. But that doesn't mean they're meant to stay. Growth requires pruning. You can't carry dead branches and expect to bloom. Even the most beautiful garden must be weeded, nourished, and sometimes cleared completely to make room for new life. This is why setting boundaries is not rejection. It is alignment. You are aligning your outer world with the truth of your inner world. You are choosing, moment by moment, to build a life that reflects your soul's calling. And those who truly love you, those who are meant to walk beside you, they will understand. They will not demand access. They will not guilt-trip you into staying small. They will rise with you, cheer for you, and grow beside you. But those who don't, they will push back. They will accuse you of changing. And you will smile, because you know that is the whole point. You are changing. You are evolving. You are choosing to be deliberate with your energy, because you understand that where attention goes, energy flows. And if your energy is constantly leaking into toxic dynamics, into one-sided relationships, into people who take but never give, how can you expect your manifestations to fully unfold? You can't build a palace on shifting sand. You need a foundation of clarity, peace, and alignment. And that begins with you. It begins with the courage to walk away when necessary. It begins with the maturity to bless people silently and release them without bitterness. It begins with the deep, unwavering belief that you are here for more, and that more requires a different level of vibration, discipline, and focus. Let's be honest, many of you are not failing because you lack talent or desire. You're stuck because you keep surrounding yourself with people who don't believe. People who question your every move, mock your dreams, or worse, pretend to support you while secretly hoping you stay the same. You must become ruthless with your energy, not cruel, but clear. Because every time you entertain a conversation rooted in fear, you water the weeds instead of the flowers. Every time you dim your truth to avoid conflict, you betray the God within you. Every time you say yes when your spirit says no, you send a message to your subconscious. I am not worthy of alignment. But you are. You are more than worthy, you are destined. And destiny doesn't wait around for permission. It moves when you move. It opens when you align. It manifests when you decide, I will no longer tolerate what insults my soul. So yes, let people call you distant. Let them call you selfish. Let them say you've changed. Because the ones who are truly connected to your spirit will not need explanations. They will feel your elevation and match it. They will not fear your boundaries, they will honor them. They will not try to pull you back, they will walk beside you. And those who don't, let them go. Their role in your story has ended. You are stepping into a new chapter now, one written by choice, not circumstance. One shaped by divine imagination, not societal pressure. One led by the voice within, not the noise without. This is the sacred path of self-realization. This is the temple you are building. And you, my friend, are the architect. Choose your materials wisely. Choose your companions carefully. Choose your thoughts deliberately. And remember always, it is better to walk alone in truth than be surrounded in illusion.